Hi. This is bad.
Leave it to Roger to screw up a shoot lah.
Wow, thanks. Yeah, but I don't know what to say. I don't have a script. So like, what am I supposed to say?
You lucky ones with script lah, hello.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Hi. We're starting something new. We are doing this like informal talk show thing because we realized we actually talk a lot amongst ourselves as colleagues as well as friends. And there's a lot of things, a lot of content that we think is very YouTube worthy. So this is a new talk show series that we are doing, something we are trying out, and I think it will be very interesting. Brain hang already. I'm sorry. You will see this quite often. Yeah.
So anyway, have you explained the name?
No, I have not. Okay, so this talk show we are calling it The Kitchen. Should I tell the story behind it?
Yes, you should.
Yeah, so we came up with this idea, okay, because like I said just now, we chat a lot, right? And wow, very bad. I'm very bad at this. Oh my god. Should we do it again? Okay, so we are calling this The Kitchen. There's a story behind it. I think you tell it is better actually. Yeah, you should.
So The Kitchen because so our name is Entry Media, right? But
What do you mean, right? Yes, it's true. What?
but a lot of people like to pronounce Entree Media
Yes,
because it's
for some odd reason.
same spelling just without that extra thing on top of the E.
What's that thing called? Accent.
What?
Accentation.
Esantegu.
I don't know.
John always says Esantegu.
It's the second line in the Hanyu pinyin. Like this.
Yeah, so because a lot of people call us Entree Media, so you know, entree you think of food, so that's how we landed on The Kitchen. But the real story was how we got the name. We were at Roger's place,
Yes.
and he has a sign on his living room that says kitchen. That's how we got it.
Yes. And also I like food. Or rather, I'm hungry all the time.
Yes.
Yes. Which explains this.
So anyway,
Yeah.
today we wanted to just try talking about starting off with trending topics. So we are in the first week of June, which for Singaporeans means the first week of phase 1 after circuit breaker.
Yes.
That's the first thing.
We are in day 4.
Correct. So that's the first thing.
Mm.
And then the other thing that happened right before circuit breaker ended was the divorce video posted by Ryan and
Oh yes,
Sylvia.
I saw that, yes.
Yeah, so like that had a lot of attention, like good and bad lah. So that's that one. And then the third that has been going on this week throughout the world is Black Lives Matter.
Mm.
And I feel that like on top of it being a very important thing in American society, right? But locally in Singapore, it's also have been a very big issue. Like we grew up in an era where if you're a naughty kid, your parents will tell you, you naughty some more, the apu nene will take you away. So it's like, yeah, casual racism is a thing lah. No matter how racial harmony this society says that it is, it's still a very important issue.
I agree.
How did the Abu Nene thing start out? Like, why do parents tell their kids, like, if you're naughty, the Abu Nene will come and catch you?
I don't know. For me, it has
yeah.
been police. It's only like, so my parents actually don't say that.
Maybe
Yeah,
'cause
I don't have that in my household as well.
mine do. My grandma does that.
Oh.
She'll say the banga come and like catch you.
Huh?
Yeah, like I'll take you away.
Why? Is it
And then-
because they deem them as, like, unsafe?
Maybe, I don't know. This like stranger in the society that is not within the society.
Oh.
So like this unknown, because we're so distant as a society with them. So it's like almost two separate society, right? So then maybe they take them as like a stranger, and then like, you know, this unknown person come and take you away from your family. So maybe that's how they.
But like, at least for us, I'm not sure about you.
Yeah.
Because you live in landed property, right?
Yeah.
Like for HDB, because we see them every day. Or at least I
Right.
see them every day.
Right.
When I was growing up, I see them downstairs because they are the ones who clean up the estate.
Yeah.
And I know of some people who treat them with a certain distance.
Yeah.
Like they keep them at arm's length. But I know of like people, and my family included, we are very friendly with them.
Okay, so for you it's that way, right? But for me it's slightly different because like my whole family's from China. So for me it was police. If you're naughty, police come and catch you.
Yeah, my
but-
mom did that to me.
Oh, but
too.
for me it was if you don't study hard, you'll become like them.
Oh.
Which I feel is more of a profession thing than a race thing. Because they are
Okay,
Then there'll
okay.
be class.
yeah, it's more like
Segregation.
a class status already.
High SES versus low SES.
Yeah, because we hear this kind of stuff in China as well. Like, oh,
Okay.
if you don't study high enough, you become like the street
yeah,
cleaner.
yeah.
Yeah, instead of but locally because all these stuff are
What was that?
don't know.
I
Man.
think that's the battery. I go and turn it off. Or charging the battery. So back to what you were talking about, which is the whole growing up part and the whole casual racism part that some Singaporeans have. I would say all.
Quite a fair bit lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean because it's not publicized because of the whole racial harmony thing, right? Like
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
outrightly be racist.
Right.
But
I think it's human nature for everyone to be some racist in some way, shape or form.
I feel like that's more of the notion of like how you fear what you don't know. So because it's a very different culture, right? And then like Singapore really tried lah. Like with the whole education, like everyone in the same class, like grow up learning different cultures. I still remember CME. So I think they really tried with that part to like at least tell us like, oh, why certain cultures are that way.
Yeah. But I think in general, anything that we learn in school is very inclusive of other races. So we learn how to always to have religious harmony.
Yeah, it's a ingrained thing lah.
It's a very
for
MOE
our
thing lah.
society lah.
For Singapore ma.
Yeah, we
MOE
have to be.
dictates.
But I mean, because we always learn about our history, so I
Yes.
think that's why it's very important for us to
I
get
don't
along with each
remember
other.
our history.
Yeah, but like seeing what's happening in America now, this is a damn good thing that we have this now lah, because
Yeah.
like even though casual racism,
I mean, it's
a
always-
bad
it's
thing,
gonna be always there.
Yeah,
It's
casual
gonna be
racism is
there,
a bad thing to have. Like you shouldn't be racist
Yeah.
to begin with.
Yeah.
But because of what the society has built up to be at this rate, like we will never have something like what America is having now.
I hope not.
But then, what would separate being racist and being stereotyping? Would that, or that is
Isn't that
the same thing?
I think sort of the same thing. It's just stereotype is more broad. Like stereotyping all girls are bad drivers.
Racism is a type of stereotype. What?
Yeah,
Racism is a
racism
stereotype
is the type of
based on
stereotype.
race. But stereotype is just the umbrella that covers everything else. Like I could be stereotyped against male versus female. That's sexist.
Yeah. Then there's
Correct, I think so.
Asians are always smart.
Am I getting the definition right?
You know, that kind of thing. It's
Asians are
stereotype lah.
smart, really? Have you
That's
seen my
that-
report card?
So like then bring it back locally lah. Like the whole because
Okay, yeah.
a lot of people locally are speaking out now about casual racism.
Oh,
Like
okay.
especially people of color, they're like sharing how their upbringing was, like how from young they were taught that their skin color is gonna be a problem. You know?
Yeah.
Like as Chinese, because
Because
are
they're
like
the minorities, right?
yeah, because we are Chinese, we are the majority race of the country.
Yes.
Right? We don't feel that issue. Like I would feel that as an Asian, if you go to places like Australia, America, or like the UK, like that's gonna be issue for us. That
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
went to the UK earlier this year. I felt it.
I guess
I got that a lot
of
for some reason.
Asian people who go there
Chinese.
do not know how to speak English.
or rather, majority of Asia does not speak English.
Yeah. So anyone from
Oh,
Asia,
okay, that's true.
Yeah,
any Asians go there, you will just immediately. Most of them don't know how to speak English, so then you will
Oh,
assume
yeah.
immediately that they don't know how to speak English.
Singapore's first language is English.
Yeah, but we
technically
don't have.
Bahasa Melayu, but
That's the national language.
oh right, first
Yeah,
language
our
English.
first
Yeah, so our
yeah.
first language is English.
Yeah.
Which is
Correct.
okay, yeah. Then
Yeah.
what you say is true. Like
Yeah.
around Asia,
We are the only country that
yes.
speaks English as a
Yeah.
first language.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that explains why. I mean, you gotta remember, like, these people don't just see Singaporeans; they see every Asian, and it's not as long as you look
Black
Asian,
hair, yellow skin lah.
they will
Yeah. Yeah.
they will already assume you as they will just group you there,
Okay.
and then assume you don't know how to speak English because majority of Asians don't know how to speak English
So odd.
or don't even know how to
Okay.
speak English
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
To communicate well enough.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think we in our Singapore bubble just assume like a lot of Asians know how to speak English. Then be like, oh, what's wrong? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so coming back to casual racism in Singapore, because like the whole, I think like they have it bad lah, like kena big time because of the COVID thing, and like doesn't help that now because their dorms are put in the spotlight, right? So then the government come out and say that new dormitories we built, but they'll be built closer to HDB, and people are freaking out.
Why? I don't understand.
I don't understand also.
But I think it's the older generation.
You think it's the older generation?
Because I saw the
don't feel that
news.
way.
The Karens.
The Karens.
Do you not know?
I know. I understand the reference.
No.
So okay, wait. Then
The Karen.
so the Karen is a term to use to describe middle age.
Kiasu
Middle age, right?
parent.
40
think
and
so.
above, right?
Kiasu
Like-
parents.
Huh?
No, Kiasu parents.
No, not
Oh.
just that. So it started off in America, whereby they used to describe this like crazy entitled like people who are in their late 40s or like
Okay.
40s to late 40s.
Yeah.
So like super entitled,
Right.
doesn't know what the world is going through, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So,
why Karens though?
I have no idea. I have no idea how that name came about.
So
but
sad. And anyway,
people
whose
who
name
actually
Karen?
named Karen, I'm like, we are not like that.
Yeah, that's so sad.
But yeah. So like, yeah, correct lah. I also feel that is the older
Okay,
generation lah.
so from that time I saw the news when they reported that they're going to build more dormitories near the HDB estates.
Yeah.
So they interviewed a bunch of people, and out of all
Oh, did
those, yeah,
Who's they? Who is they?
I think Channel News Asia.
Ooh, okay.
Like they asked individually, what do you think about it?
Yeah.
So out of all those people, right, one of them said, it's very scary, and that person is a older generation person, someone who looks like she's probably in her 50s, 60s, maybe 60s. Yeah, but then the rest, right, they were all younger ones, so they were all like 30s.
Okay.
And they were like, oh yeah, no problem, like it's fine. And like some of them, like they go down the block, they always wave to them, so they're also friendly with them. So it's like, yeah, not a big issue.
Tough on them lah, I feel. Some more like they
It
are
is.
in a country that's I kind of agree with the person I forgot who said this. Singapore is the first world country with the world citizens.
Oh, that I agree.
I agree.
Professor Tommy something.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes.
Yeah, the minds, especially I feel like the younger generations are better now because they're more exposed,
Yes.
especially like via the internet, right? So suddenly like exposed to all the cultures, the different stuff. But I feel like for our parents' generation especially,
Is it because our parents didn't grow up with the education of racial harmony?
I don't think so but I feel that because Singapore grew so rapidly in such a short time, right? I feel like a lot of the olden mindset is still there because last time Singapore was very segregated. Before we gained independence.
And there were a lot of racial riots last time.
Yeah, correct. Especially while we were still.
I failed my
Yeah,
social
so-
studies, but I remember there was a racial riot thing. I don't remember the details
Hence
because
why
I
we
failed.
hence why we all learn about racial harmony now.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah, okay.
No,
Yes.
maybe that's why.
Oh, yeah, that's probably yeah. So there were
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
riots, right? I don't know whether I remember there was a bus riot.
There were a
and
lot
that-
of racial riots.
I don't remember whether that was racially involved, but I remember there was a racial riot,
Yes.
and it happened both in Singapore and Malaysia.
Correct. We were very segregated last time. Chinatown
Yeah.
was for Chinese people. There's
Yeah.
a zone for Malay people, zone for
Yeah.
Indians, zone for Westerners.
So I don't know whether like because of that and they didn't like the government could teach them how to learn how to work together, but now that because we all can speak the same language and we learn that in school from very, very young that we must have racial harmony between the different races and culture, that we are used to it.
yeah.
But the
Because we
older
grew up
our
that way.
parents' generation are not.
Yeah.
They just had to learn on the way.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, put into them like, hey, we need to like be nice to other people. We need to be nice to accommodate other people's culture and everything like that. Yeah. So maybe that's why.
And I also
Yeah.
feel like because of I think partly also because of that, that's why casual racism still exists. Because if you have a parent of that mindset, they're gonna
Yeah.
pass that mindset to their kid.
Yeah.
Even though like just now earlier you said like even though if they don't have a personal negative experience
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that particular race, but because of what their parents teach them
Yeah.
of their
Then
upbringing,
they just
yeah,
learn it
that's
that
just how they're gonna think.
It's gonna take
Sucks
like
lah.
a couple of generations to just flow through lah, because then there will be things that fall through the gaps.
Correct.
Even in like the next generation after us, there will still be some people with casual racism because their parents taught them that way.
Yes.
For example.
Yeah, unless you have one like suddenly just one generation will be like, nope, this is wrong.
Yeah,
But our world is not perfect.
it's
Yeah.
not.
So there will always be that small percentage of
I
people.
think you just
who
need
will
to
be,
teach acceptance.
Yeah, but then not everybody teaches acceptance.
That's true.
Yeah, I think certain level of ignorance is still forgivable, but it gets to a point it becomes too much then.
Or sometimes they don't even know they're being racist.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just like, you forgot, or you just didn't come across. You didn't analyze it as it being racist.
I
Yeah.
feel
But
like
to other
that's
people, you see it that
I
way.
feel
lah.
like that's a Chinese privilege thing. especially in Singapore. I feel like it's a Chinese privilege. Like because you're the majority
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the country, you
Yeah.
don't feel it. You don't feel what the minorities feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like especially like upbringing, right? So if you're never taught that all these things are wrong, you never know. And then
Yeah.
when people joke about it, especially if you're in school, right? People joke about it, and then you're just like, oh, this is the norm. Even the minorities might grow up thinking this is the norm, but actually it's not. Like it's not supposed to be that way. Yeah.
Actually, last time when I was in primary school, right? Then you know how, when you're in class, and then there's a mother tongue class, mother tongue period, and then the Malays and the Indians will go to a separate classroom because they got to segregate you by your mother tongue.
Yeah,
So the
correct.
Chinese people will stay in one room,
Yeah.
or then the Malays will go to another room, then Indians go to another room.
Mm.
So when I was, I don't know which level, there was this one kid in my class. He's racially Chinese, but he speaks Malay. He was brought up in a Malay family because he was an abandoned kid. He got abandoned, and his a Malay family took him in, raised him Malay, and then because they're a Malay family, right? So
Yeah.
he spoke in Bahasa all his life.
Right.
So he took Bahasa lor as a mother tongue.
Yeah.
And for a period of time, there were people in my cohort and class who were very confused. They couldn't understand it, right? Then there were some who gradually start to understand that it doesn't really matter, right? That it's not a race thing, because it doesn't mean that you are racially Chinese means you only can speak
Right.
Mandarin,
Yeah.
right? But then there will be some who are like a bit slow to catch up. And then like they will think like, wow, this is damn weird. Why you don't speak Chinese? That's right. Then how yeah.
Yeah, I just recalled I had
Some.
a classmate like that as well. But
Chinese
he's
speak Bahasa.
correct. He's racially Chinese. I think he's Peranakan, so his
Oh.
parents are mixed.
Oh.
But so his surname is Chinese surname.
Oh.
He has a Chinese surname. He has
okay.
an English name.
Oh.
Then he took Bahasa. Yeah. So I think
And he never spoke a word of Mandarin.
cannot understand, cannot comprehend
Mm.
because never exposed to it. I think I just didn't learn basically.
Mm.
But then because I think also not sure is it just because like I had a lucky experience but my class was quite okay, so like we were curious as to why that was the case at the start, but after that it just like it got over us, so it became, I mean we sometimes tease him because like he took Bahasa, but because he's not very good at it also, so at that point of time was when CLB and MLB came out, right?
Oh, no.
So the conversational Malay,
Yeah.
so conversational Chinese, conversational Malay. So
Yeah.
he took those he took those instead of the standard. Then people disturb him like, wow, you cannot speak Malay, but he never learned Chinese.
No, so my point was in my class, they were split lah.
Yeah.
Most people are quite accepting. Like
Right.
most people kind of understood.
Right.
And then you are at that age whereby you don't really question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
But then there are some people, probably, I mean, in hindsight, it's probably because of the way they were raised, right? Or because of the way their parents taught them, that they were very, I'm not sure if racist is the right term for it. They were probably not consciously racist. Because if you're a kid at that age, you probably like don't really have your thoughts fully formed out.
Yeah.
But then they'll still question lah. I think a large part of that, right, start to get silent over the years because you are taught to be accepting. So then you're taught that, hey, that kind of thinking is wrong.
Mm.
Yeah.
Lost.
Lost.
Like so, it was so deep.
Yeah, suddenly went so deep and everybody is like, oh, whoa. But okay, coming back to this, on the topic of COVID, and we just ended circuit breaker.
How's everyone doing?
Actually, I won't say we ended circuit breaker. We're like rolling off circuit breaker. Circuit breaker didn't end.
The easing
It's just
of
easing off.
Easing of circuit breaker. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. So
easing of
technically
circuit
we are still in circuit breaker.
Yes.
Just facing out.
Yes.
That's why there's three
Yeah.
phases.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, do tell us about the traffic situation after circuit breaker.
Oh my
stop.
god. Okay, so
I'm
this is so
assuming
interesting.
Tuesday would be bad.
This is so interesting.
Oh, Tuesday was so bad.
Tuesday was bad. Okay, so they lifted regulations. Sorry, wrong. They lifted restrictions on workplace work for like a bunch of businesses.
Right.
Right. On the 2nd of June. That was on the Tuesday.
We are part of those.
We are part of those.
We had exemptions before.
Thankfully, we had general exemptions before to work in the office, but as responsible companies, we still work from home. We actually did a lot of production at home. That was quite productive. Yeah. So now we can officially work in office. Where was I going with this? Wait.
The traffic.
Oh yeah, the traffic
Traffic.
situation. So, 2 stories. One is before circuit breaker, and after circuit breaker. So circuit breaker was kicked in on a Tuesday, which I remember they announced it on a Friday evening. And
Yes,
everybody was freaking
I
out
think
because
everybody-
it was a weekend and everybody got to work overtime on a Friday evening. Really, you choose this kind of like timing to announce something big?
Announce circuit breaker start
Yes,
on a Friday, and
exactly.
then Monday everybody will come back, pack their stuff, go home.
Yeah.
Like much like everybody got fired like that.
Yes, so Monday's traffic before just the day before circuit breaker started. If any one of you watching, if you're driving, you know what I mean. It was insane, mental, because everybody was going around like
Yeah,
yes.
I remember
And-
like
okay,
even
then-
past peak hour it was like very crowded.
Yes, and this is the thing. At that point in time, that was the second week of April, right? People had already started to work from home.
Correct.
Like from mid-February
companies already
onwards.
start already,
Major
yeah.
companies, expensive companies, they all started working from home, right? Then circuit breaker started. So it was clear that this was going to be like an extended period of time because at that point in time it was 1 month. And in our heads, we were only making do with like a 2-week portion of life at that point.
Yeah.
Then it's suddenly 1 month, right? So it's like, okay, but if it's 1 month, possibly if it doesn't like recover, it may extend,
Right.
for example. So I think those people who were already working from home, they also came out to go back to their offices to grab stuff.
Right.
So 100% of the workforce is like going back to office and like taking things home.
Right.
We were one of them lah. Right? So like no choice, right? You got to like
Yep.
over the weekend and in one day you got to convert your entire operating structure to working from home. So then circuit breaker lasted until 1st June. 2nd June was when they eased the restrictions.
Yep.
Right? And throughout circuit breaker, when I was driving through for valid reasons because I can come to the office, we have general exemptions.
Also cause business owner.
Yeah. Largely because got general exemptions.
But business owner can come back lah. So
Yeah, so we had legit work. It was a breeze. Like I've never had such an enjoyable driving experience in Singapore. And I think that's saying something.
essential workers.
I drive in the city on an expressway, right? I never have to take my foot off the gas. Because I
Essential
never
workers are
had to
underpaid.
follow pace with another car.
Essential workers
It was
are
just
underpaid.
empty roads. And when I say I never lifted my foot off, I didn't mean I floored the pedal, okay? I was driving like
To
at the
speed
speed limit.
limit.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay? Driving legally. Then 2nd June happened and the roads exploded. Everybody came up. It's like for the first time in my life, right? I had like not in the first time in my life, sorry, but for the first time since circuit breaker started, I had to be more alert because people are around me. There's more cars. I have to keep distance with the fella in front because usually there isn't. Then like if I want to change lane, then like there may be somebody in the blind spot. There never used to be someone in the blind spot during circuit breaker. Wow, that day the sensory overload. Wow, but it was mad. PIE that morning was jammed. Probably not as jammed as
Usual.
like let's say last year
Yeah.
as usual early morning traffic. Not as bad.
Yeah.
So it's not bumper to bumper. You don't slow down to like 30 km an hour, that kind of thing. But it was still mad.
It was just
still
more
crazy.
significantly.
Significantly
more
confirmed
heavy
like,
traffic,
maybe
but
like
it's not
5-6
jam lah.
times more traffic on the roads. Yeah.
Yeah. So after circuit breaker ended, what happened?
What happened? Which one?
Just in general lah, like We talked about the roads, right?
Right.
So, one other thing that we happened to come across the other day when we had a meeting and we went to buy food, and then we were speaking to this hawker, this chicken rice stall owner.
Right.
Yeah, so we were in the
Yes.
resident area, and then we were talking to this chicken rice stall owner to ask him like how has things been lah, because like
We
circuit
were
breaker
in the
was
east side of Singapore.
yeah, because circuit breaker was quite bad for every industry lah, basically the
Yes.
whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like now, businesses who didn't manage to transform digitally, they are basically kind
Yeah, they're
of
stuck.
stuck lah. They're
Yeah.
stuck. So, but the good side about food for F&B for at least residential area is that everybody's from home, right? So most people come down and buy food because cooking takes up a lot of time.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. so we came across this chicken rice store owner. So I asked him how's things, and then he said,
This
it's
was
bad.
yesterday,
Yes.
which
Oh yeah,
is
it was
day
yesterday.
3
Correct.
of circuit breaker. We asked the chicken rice store owner, hey, how's business? He said bad. That was the interesting part. And then he explained why. Because on the 2nd of June, when the restrictions were raised, right? Not raised. When the
Lifted.
restrictions were lifted, people started going back to work. And when people started going back to work, they stopped buying food from their
House downstairs.
coffee shops downstairs.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we forgot about those.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't occur to us. Yeah.
Interesting, huh?
But then F&B
Yeah.
stores in the CBD must be damn happy now.
I don't know.
Actually, don't know yeah.
My friend sent me a list. Okay, so yesterday I saw Starker close down.
Yes.
They announced they were going to close down.
Correct.
And then my friend sent me an entire list of F&B establishments that had closed down because of COVID.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can guess
Which is
it's
quite a
quite
lot.
lah, yeah.
Like the salt and grill thing. I forgot what's the name of the place. Salt bar and grill at Ion.
Oh.
Gone. Then there's a couple of other places where Modesto's also gone.
But is that because like they couldn't adapt to the takeaway thing though?
I don't know,
Because I feel like a lot of these places like they rely on dining in.
I don't go to these places a lot, so I wouldn't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or is it people are buying cheaper?
Could be that too.
You know, last time because people go to these kind of higher end restaurants, it's a social thing.
Yes.
So you tend to spend a lot on the restaurant. You buy beverage, you buy food, buy a lot of alcohol, everything. So now when you have to order, you only order maybe like food from that place.
And there's no socializing to
Yeah.
begin
So then
with
your
as well,
amount
so
is like already restricted on what the person buy.
yeah, it's really more for.
But I think people
own
are still not
consumption.
willing to. People are still not afraid to spend though on good food.
I feel like it's not just about that. So like, I kind of agree with her. So it's more like, they no longer have the need to spend for socializing
Oh.
because alcohol is a very socializing thing.
Yes, correct.
You
Right,
don't, no, but
okay,
you don't really
alcohol.
drink beer with like your family members, especially if you have kids, right? Like you can't drink beer with your
I
kids.
know, I got friends who do that.
I
Not
mean,
with kids, but
yeah lah, like no, at home you drink with your family members, yes, but also not on like regular basis.
yeah.
And also like, I do feel that a lot of people do this kind of spending to
Yeah.
relieve stress because of work. Just
But they have more
because of
stress
work.
at home now.
Yeah, but then this is the other thing lah. Like you kind of remove a way that they can de-stress lah. Like instead of going to a bar, chilling there for like
They
2
do other
hours,
things.
just chit-chatting
That's
to other
true.
people, you're like stuck at home. And
That's true.
working from home
Yeah.
is like
There's
work
no-
24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no like tangible
Detachment.
Yes. You're just there. There's no real reason for you to buy anything extra as well. That's true. Okay.
Yeah. So kind of that's why I feel that it's more for places that couldn't adapt to take away, or rather they just
I
their
can
business
think of a
model
couple
cannot.
of reasons though. So it's like either they didn't adapt, that's one. Most of them tried to get on, or maybe they tried to get on but could not successfully in time to save their business. Because I know a lot of people who successfully did it. And then there's there's the fine dining restaurants. So fine dining restaurants never had to do takeaways.
They don't.
Yeah, the whole
They never
point
had
is
to because the
experience.
whole
Yeah.
point is the experience
Yeah,
in
correct.
the place, right?
Yep.
And you usually they don't allow you to take away food anyway.
Yeah.
Because if the
The
food goes bad,
Yeah.
right, that's on them, and you won't have the same quality of food
Right.
in a takeaway
Right.
as compared to when you're eating
There.
on premise.
Yeah.
Take McDonald's for example. Don't need to take high end one. Take McDonald's. You order a McSpicy. Even if you go to a drive-through, 5 minutes you reach home, the burger is different from when you eat in store.
Fries especially the fries.
Yes, and the fries
Soggy
soggy,
fries.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's fast food. Can you think about fine dining?
Yep.
You tough.
your steak.
Yeah, your steak is
Medium
going to
rare
become like a book. Yeah. Yeah, so like, okay, maybe it's those. Oh, you know, okay, so like our office is here, right? Then like ABC is nearby. Alexandra. No, Brickworks.
Brickworks.
Sorry, not. Is it ABC? Alexandra
ABC
Brickworks
Brickworks.
Center. Oh, is
ABC
it?
Brickworks.
I have no idea what it stands for. Anyway, so Brickworks, they closed for reno
Oh
in
yes, and
March.
it was supposed to open in May.
Yes, they were supposed to open in May and then stuck because the renovations never completed.
Right. Yeah.
So the whole lot of them never do any cannot sell anything.
Cannot operate. Yeah. Can't even jump on the
they're
whole
just stuck.
digitally. Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully they got the chance to like port over digitally first.
They work
Then
from
if-
home, right, or central kitchen.
No. So central kitchen could be one, but like hiring a central kitchen is another cost altogether, which I don't think these people are able to afford.
That's true.
So if they port over digitally, if they port over digitally first, then they are ready by the time they open again. At least they're prepped.
But is the hawker center ready to open?
Don't know.
So then,
Actually, later we drive by,
if
we
it's
see.
not if it's not ready to open, then they're also stuck.
Yeah.
They got no space
I'm
to
guessing
cook.
not ready yet.
I'm
Like,
Yeah,
guessing
because
not
then I
ready.
mean like
because
the whole
the
migrant
reno was stuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole migrant workers issue like was starting
Yeah.
to grow. So then
Yeah.
construction might have been halted
Yeah. So
So-
like essentially their 2 months reno extended. It's already been 3,
to
Yes.
and it's
Don't
not
know
done
when.
yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hope they're getting some help though.
Yeah. Bubble
Yeah.
tea. My cheap bubble tea.
Oh, but coming out to like work during phase 1 again, so our workload outdoors have increased, right, since June the
I love
2nd,
it.
as compared to like before. Like we have been out and about a couple of days during circuit breaker, and it was very clear that this mask thing is going to be a problem.
Yes. Oh
and
my
the
goodness.
distancing thing too.
Yeah, and the distancing
of
as
the
well. It's
Distancing
like
is
space-
tough.
distancing is still manageable.
But the space that we have to work in, you have to be very aware
yeah,
because
There's a heightened
we're
awareness
not
of,
really like
as long as in like one hand swing space away from you, you're too close.
But for us, it's very hard because like for media, there's a lot of, especially interactions with clients.
Yeah.
They need to see what we are seeing. So whenever we becomes like they are curious of what's going on now, right? So suddenly everybody will be like,
Naturally just go,
Naturally
right?
just
Because like
go.
you're so used to it over so many years.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so then like
That was quite funny, like when we went on site and then everybody was like, okay, 1 meter, everybody 1 meter. Then suddenly everything was done, we're ready to run the show. Then like,
yeah.
how's this? How does this work?
Maybe we should set up a secondary screen next time.
Yeah, we should.
Like bring a 65-inch TV and put it somewhere on the side of the van, right? And then like, nah, you stand apart, watch there. Okay, maybe we should do
pop
that.
it over there.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that is your screen.
Yes.
It's social distancing.
Oh, and then because of this whole circuit breaker thing, right?
Yeah.
I had to teach myself to stop shaking hands.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that
Oh
was
my
That was
God.
a
weird.
very
That took so long.
That sign of trust when you first meet somebody. Wow,
Yes.
I think I never like appreciate it more than this period.
Yes.
Yeah, suddenly it's like you feel so distant from that person because you didn't shake
It
hands.
took me so long. And then like at some point I was like, okay, I got to set an example because boss, right? Then I got to set an example. Okay, I stopped shaking hands first. Then there was a period of time, there's this transition period where clients like got initially offended that you don't shake their hand.
Right, yeah, it doesn't cross their mind
It
first.
didn't cross their mind.
Even if you
And then
mention
when you
them,
explain to them, I think we shouldn't shake hands. Then they're like,
they will
some of
stun
them will
for
take a while.
Yeah.
Then some of them, oh yes, okay, this is okay. Then you continue with your discussions.
I remember that.
Wow, that transition period was very interesting.
Yeah, the video was funny. That was before circuit breaker started.
Yes,
Yes.
that
Yeah,
was
it already
before circuit
began.
breaker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one was interesting. But
BC, before circuit breaker.
before COVID.
Before COVID. Yes,
Before
BC,
COVID.
before COVID.
But okay, speaking of circuit breaker, there's one more topic.
What?
Right before circuit breaker, East.
East.
There was a right before circuit breaker.
Oh,
East.
East.
East,
Okay.
East. There
I
was
thought
a
Changi.
there was a major news on social media
Which one?
about a couple that have broken up.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Ryan and Sylvia, yes.
Yes. So
Sad news.
quite sad lah. But I feel that. Okay, so I mean, what is your opinion on it? We all saw the video.
Me?
To a certain extent, we all saw the video.
I thought 44 minutes was very long.
I
I'll be
couldn't-
very honest.
I didn't last through more than 10 minutes, I think.
I
I
usually
didn't
watch through the
watch
whole
it
thing.
for
I
five.
like very proud of myself. I don't usually
Right.
watch NOC's videos. But wow, I watched through that 44 minutes.
I cannot. I remember clearly. I stopped at the point when they asked, "What do you miss most for each other?" when I saw that question come out, I'm like, okay, nope.
Oh, why?
I just like, okay, you've broken up. Okay, to me, right, because I do follow quite a lot of other like YouTube couples. Not a lot lah, but I do follow some YouTube couples.
Okay.
Most of them at this point are married.
Right.
They're happily married already. Got dated for very, very long.
Right.
But there's this one particular couple that I followed. They're from Just Kidding News.
Oh.
Not sure if you guys know. JK News. So, basically the guy's name is Joel. So him and his ex-girlfriend broke up. This was quite a while ago. I think like about a year ago, roughly. Then they had to come out and do a breakup video.
Right.
Because like, I can kind of understand for them lah, because it was their personality online.
Right.
Everybody know them as a couple. They interact together as a couple. And then like they get teased as a couple. Like,
okay.
when they talk about relationship stuff. Because a lot of people on that show are in a relationship with somebody else in their team. So they get teased a lot. They joke around a lot. So when the breakup happened, I feel like they had to do it. Because, you know, they had to explain their point, like why it happened, what led to the breakup happening, and then explain what's gonna go on further from there lah. Like they did a video with just the two of them, then subsequently they had a group, they have a video with the rest of the team, like their usual video style, and they talked about it lah. And I think in their video, from as a viewer's perspective, it's more like, okay, the relationship, they've slightly different from Ryan and Sylvia, I feel, was I think because of their culture, they're more open to share. They're like less afraid of like, oh, this one need to hide, this one need to hide. Cannot be too public about it. They don't really have that mindset.
Right.
So they just openly shared what went on. And from the people around them, they were saying how, because at that point of time, they were thinking of marriage.
Right.
And from the people around them, they were saying like, okay, so there's these two friends is a married couple lah. They were saying how when they were talking about marriage, the girl was like, oh, I feel like if they really went ahead with the marriage, I'm gonna have to jump in. I'm gonna be like, no, stop. You know, because I think people around them also realized that their relationship was getting, I wouldn't call it toxic, but it wasn't becoming like a healthy relationship.
Right.
Yeah, so, but I feel like for public figures, in a sense, they had to do this kind of announcement. Because yeah, you already have this presence as a couple online. If you work together as a couple, nobody knows you're a couple, then you don't need to. You can keep it very well like under the line. But because of their popularity, they had to.
But I think it's a growing thing like among all these like younger generation that they put this like divorce or breakup videos on online. I mean, last time
seeing more and more actually.
Yeah,
Are you
like
serious?
there's
Really?
a lot. Like last time we'd be like, oh, we hear on this news like this celebrity broke up, this celebrity broke up.
Right.
But we don't see them coming to a video and like the two of them in the same video and then talk about it.
There was never a need though. Like YouTube didn't exist at that point in time, right?
Could be because of that.
but now it's like it's a growing thing. Like it's a new thing that people do.
Because YouTube is free.
It
Can you
trended.
imagine they need to create a video on MediaCorp?
But
My
I mean,
goodness.
no, but I'm saying, but it is about a publicity thing, right? Because also people will go and watch.
That's true.
And people are curious.
Oh, no. Okay, so I think back in the day, they interviewed them on 8 days.
Right.
I think so.
At the teenage magazines.
Yes. Right? Because airtime is
Right.
expensive.
Right.
Right. Wow, I forgot about those, man.
Yes, I forgot about the magazines too because like they kind of
It's been
died.
so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the YouTube thing is a trend now. Like there's this very famous YouTuber also posted a breakup.
I've seen
video.
a lot.
Right.
Like, is it necessary? But then you brought up a
I
whole
don't think
point of like
necessary.
it was magazine thing that people celebrity also do it last time. It's just
Yeah.
that it's now in video form.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, of course, it's not necessary lah. But then I don't know.
Okay,
how it
okay.
goes.
Necessary or not, right? That each to his own lah.
Yes,
I feel.
correct.
I do think that the way you put out the video makes a difference
Yes.
on the impression that people have of you,
Yes.
Yeah.
whether is it individually or as a couple. So, I had seen a couple of these kind of like videos before that people had to put it out there because people start hounding you, right? Like they will continue the news cycle on the comment section and they were like, hey, they don't look okay leh. Like are they alright? It's like, should we ask them?
They're
That
very
kind of thing.
concerned.
Yeah. So like, okay, I understand the need to create an announcement video so that you just quash these rumors because rumors can spin off really, really fast if you don't like address it properly. And then like I saw a couple of videos from American personalities who had divorces. And the way they did it was this particular actress, she did it very eloquently. There was no mention of any negativity of the breakup, right? It was it felt along the lines whereby it just we felt something wasn't working out. We felt it was best to call it off, and we both gone our separate ways lah. Then you proceed on to addressing about their own recovery, because in a divorce both people are affected one lah.
Yeah.
Any which way, whoever is the one that initiated it, both people are affected. They will take time to recover. So like that was like a 5-minute video.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like
so,
a 5-minute video.
Yeah.
It was a monologue. It was a monologue, like a piece to camera sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that's okay because it's
I think
kind
that's
of
fine.
closing the chapter.
yeah, so it felt like
Yeah.
something that you're using to address a book, and then you
Yeah.
next page, and
Yeah.
you continue on with like
Before you close the book.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was eloquent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's how you translate what you want to say into video.
Your experiences
Yeah.
lah into
Yeah, it's like how much you want to share, how do you want to view it, then how you translate the video will be making it look is it just for publicity or you're just trying to close the chapter kind of thing.
yeah. But I feel like for them I feel like they don't really have a choice lah, because like viewers will come and like
They have been asking too.
Yeah.
Like if you go back into their old videos, they could tell. Yeah.
especially people who follow these figures
Yeah.
like religiously.
Very closely,
I
yeah.
guess.
Yeah, like you can tell when there's a different change in dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like it's tough lah, especially like for people who willingly come out. Okay, there's a few reasons why you would jump on these platforms, right? One is for documentation,
Yep.
like documenting your own life, your
That's
own
what I did.
travel.
I think that's what a lot of people start out
That's what
doing,
most people
and then
do.
they just got popular because those were the only videos to watch.
I started my vlog for the purpose of documentation. Shameless plug. Push here. You're editing, right? Can you like do something where my
I'm
hand
not
is?
doing that.
Why? Just do.
I'm not
It's
doing that.
here. Lower thirds.
No,
Lower
Why?
thirds.
Do you have a YouTube channel? Why not you plug it yourself?
I do.
Yeah, see? She has a YouTube channel.
Not putting
Shameless
on
plug
screen
there.
though. No, it's gonna be in
Then-
the description. Okay, it's gonna be in the description.
Aiyo.
Everything's going in the description.
You need to create a YouTube account. I know you don't have one.
But I do make YouTube videos.
Yes, you do make
But you're
YouTube
not in
videos,
front of the
where do you
camera.
go?
I'm not one to be in front of the camera. I'm usually behind.
I think we are all usually behind.
Yeah?
You're okay on in front of the camera.
Me?
Yeah.
It took me a
Maybe
while.
because you got used to it by doing a
It
video.
took me a while.
I'm still trying to get used to it.
It took me a long
I'm not
while.
used to it at all. So I feel very awkward in front of the camera.
Took me a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
To like get used to the fact that you're talking to a lens instead of a person.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like it's easier for live streamers, because there's the live interaction there instead.
Not necessarily.
Because like for me, because everything goes on in my head, right?
Yeah.
Like I find it very hard to verbalize it.
Yeah.
I find it very weird to verbalize it.
Yeah.
So if I have a live interaction going on, I know what I'm interacting to rather than just me monologuing in my
Got
head.
some form of feedback lah.
Yes,
basically.
correct. Yeah. But anyway, it's been quite a long video already.
I think we had a good conversation.
Yeah, a lot of new stuff. Rather
I'm
just
hungry.
just an update about what's going on recently.
Yes.
Yeah.
After not being able to communicate
proper
for
face to face.
Yeah, for 2
Face to face
months.
for 2 months.
I'm hungry.
Yes, we're gonna grab dinner now. Thanks for watching. How do we close this? You should be the one who's close this.
Me? How do I
us
close
off
this?
formally.
Okay, so let us know what you think. This is something new that we are trying. I think it'll be very interesting to get your feedback on maybe what topics you want us to cover. That's one. Number two, what you think about this whole setup. Thanks, bye.
Angie will hear all that.
Yeah, sound effect. I don't know how much it picks up though. I was quite far away from the mic.
So
Actually, quite
instead
sensitive
of
by the
1K
mic.
tone,
Is it?
it's just
Oh, ding dong.